Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tim Llewellyn. I'm the co-founder CEO of Inviso. We provide an online platform to capture and analyze the authentic emotional response of consumers. We do that with an ordinary webcam, scalable across the internet, with normal cameras found in your laptop or your mobile phone, by analyzing facial muscle reactions, facial expressions, head and eye movements. So in this space, we need to really go deep on technology. We come out of a long-standing research project in Switzerland, over 12 years of research, really looking at how to improve human-computer interaction. So the Swiss government has spent over 60 million Swiss franc into this area, and we've built an automatic system to really replicate and build on the work of the facial action coding system. It's been tested with over 1 million subjects over the last 5 years, and is a really scalable way to measure consumer emotional response today. We run on the IBM Smart Cloud in real time. Now, just a little bit about what the problem is. Today, computers really can't understand us. We type, we can use our keypad, but they don't really know how we feel. And that's a fundamental element of human-computer interaction. What we see is there's a lot of different modalities of how we communicate. We can communicate emotions through our head pose, our body pose, our facial expression, the tone of our voice, but all of this is abstract information to a computer system. So what we really want to do is to be able to teach a computer to understand our emotions. And that is a very powerful concept to build next generation applications, but also to really understand the authentic response of the consumer. So the way we do that is we focus on the face. That's the primary tool that humans use to communicate. It's evolved over millions of years. So we first jumped out of the jungle. We didn't have text. We didn't have a written language. We had emotion on our face. So that's really evolved over time and is very powerful. So we can actually teach a computer using advanced facial recognition systems that are able to extract out what we call a 3D mask from an ordinary 2D webcam image, a ton of information. And then we use artificial intelligence to teach the computer the perceived emotion of a face, so how people perceive that face. And that embodies a lot of the cultural aspects of emotions through facial expressions. We can go beyond that as well. We can look at attention, gestures, demographic information. So it's a really rich source of information for the future. And that can all be done in real time, passively, using scalable internet-based technologies. So I just want to show a quick example in the time that I have. What our system does is we deploy video-based content stimulus. This can be concepts, animatics, storyboards, packs, to consumers around the world using standard marketing research. So operationally, it's very simple. We show a video to the respondent. It's opt-in, so they agree to participate. It's not hidden research. And we extract out the emotional profile from the images captured through the web camera. So I'll just start this here. So you can see specifically where that person reacted into the video, in the magenta reaction. You'll see here another response to that same video, and the reaction is remarkably different of where that person engaged into the video. So in this particular case, you can see she engaged much earlier on. We're doing this in natural environments, so you have to deal with things like touching the face, glasses, bad lighting, all the real-world conditions that you have when you capture emotions in the home environment, and really in the natural environment. So this is critical that the algorithms are robust to deal with these types of things. It's sensitive enough also to pick up things like the reaction to the brand, so you can see if there's an engagement with the brand, and also the poor lighting that you have. So in mobile devices, or if you're at home at night, you don't have perfect laboratory conditions. So it's fundamental that the software works in those environments. And then finally, how people react or how they appear in their natural habitat is very important. So,
questions for Tim? Let's do a quick round of applause.
Tim, what is the? Am I on? Tim, what is the economic model?
So we have a model of two models, ad hoc basis, so people don't need to commit. They just use it in their traditional research. The other is subscription based. Because it's very scalable, you can test a massive amount of content cost effectively, and so there's the two models that work.
How many clients have you tested this out with already?
So we've run projects in over 20 countries around the world with approximately 20 to 30 clients globally.
And in terms of the reception to your pricing model, what's that been?
So they love it in terms of the cost effectiveness because it plugs into traditional research. So operationally, it's very simple. It doesn't change the way they currently do focus groups, CLT, or online. They can do both online and offline. But they allows them to exploit some of the newer ways to collect data with a much more richer model. The authentic emotional response adds a lot to the traditional rational or cognitive response. And it's completely passive. So it doesn't require the respondent to do anything, so that you don't have to necessarily construct a new questionnaire. You just show content. So it works in the two ways, traditionally and then the new ways that you see how data collection will work in the future.
So this solution is culture agnostic, is it?
It's the universal, the concept of facial expressions is universal, so all cultures have a primary set of emotions that they find universal, but the perception to those emotions is different. So the model incorporates both the perception or how people perceive another person's face. So it combines the cultural aspects as well as being, the universality.
Right. So the model, so that's the accepted. Is that an academic theory?
Yes,
or
it's validated.
accepted?
It's based on the facial action coding system, which is the predominantly way psychologists use to validate facial expressions today. It's over 30 years of research.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
When you guys go to market, are you marketing it to replace existing methods or enhance them?
It's an augmented tool today, so we work with marketing researchers, so our clients are experienced marketing researchers, and they use it to enhance, and then we can work together with marketing research professionals to integrate it as a component to larger systems. So it's really as an augmented tool today.
Got it. And who are your primary competitors?
We have traditional marketing research.
None of whom will be in the audience, don't worry.
Yeah. Our main competitor today is people still asking questions to get emotional response, so they think that people can post-rationalize correctly their emotions. We have some direct competitors as well. A few of them are here as well, so these are more passive-based companies like Affectiva, for example. Yeah.
And who are your clients? What kind of clients are you marketing this to?
This is marketing research agencies, from boutique agencies all the way up to large marketing research agencies.
One last question for you.
Sure.
Who is your perfect client? What is the perfect use of this technology? Where do you think you really are just off the charts, the best out there?
So there's been a lot of work in television, sort of TV space, but we find it really great earlier on, so more the concept, validating concepts and insights much in an earlier stage. Where it's really difficult to get, how people feel about something that's difficult to describe and things like that. So actually a lot of our success has been more in concept work, and that's where we see a lot of value in adding, to early stage processes. Yeah.
Great. Thanks again, Tim.
Okay.